what happens when if you get a decrease in volume? Well, what you do not do, chorus of angels. Yeah. What you do not do is drop your prices, because dropping your prices is fucking deadly. Right. What you should do is improve your service. Now, imagine, this is just a ballpark figure because it would depend on the individual business concerned, but this is not too inaccurate for most businesses. On a 35% gross margin, that's the number we tend to use, right? And if it's a smaller margin, then the effects will be even more profound. But on a 35% gross margin, to triple, say, the average budget for customer service of your average firm. Now, this is just ballpark figures, so please don't get all pissy about this. To triple your budget for customer service, so to improve the customer service or the customer experience by 3 times, maybe by buying flowers, sending them to hotels and things when you painted the house, all that kind of stuff, to give them a great experience. If you're operating on a 35% margin, it takes about a 5% increase in your sales volume to pay for that. That's all. Yeah, so that increase in service can be free if you just increase your sales volume by 5%. Well, that ain't hard, is it? I mean, if you were to get your salespeople to make twice as many calls, because most of them don't, they just sit there fucking twiddling their thumbs, have a cup of tea, go out for a pitch. And if you get your salespeople to work 10% harder, there's a good chance you'll make it about 5%. You make it the 5% probably anyway, just by doing all kinds of stuff I'll talk about in a minute. But 5% increase in sales volume is all it's required to give your clients a 3 times better experience, roughly. Do your own numbers for your own business. And to be honest, given how much most businesses spend on their customer service, especially tradesmen, let's face it, not knocking the guys, but your average electrician, plumber, whatever, there is no real customer service at all. They just do a good job.
Yeah. That's
what, I'm not saying they do a bad job, but there's no real customer experience. They're just not. They turn up, they do the job, they go. We're talking about things like clean van, nice uniform, bunch of flowers for the lady of the house, maybe a little thank you note before and after. All those nice touches, like Zap's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They won't even cost you. I mean, the budget is very minimal at the best of times. To triple it would cost you nothing. So you might be looking at 10 times as much for most guys because they're spending nothing on it right now, or almost nothing. Because if they're spending nothing, then 10 times it is 0 as well. Anything times 0 is 0. So, but you get my point. But if you were to decrease your price by 2% in order to keep up with the Joneses, your competitors, and bearing in mind nobody offers a 2% decrease in price. You just don't. It's usually 10%, isn't it? 5%. Or you see shops and 50% off everything. Fucking hell. That makes me that honestly makes my fucking scrotum constrict. But anyway, if you were to decrease your prices on a 35% gross margin by just 2%, it requires an 11% increase in volume of sales to maintain the same revenue. Get your fucking gums around that one, boys and girls. Increase your levels of service by 3 times, and probably a lot more for most tradespeople, but 3 times on a 35% margin, a 5% increase in volume of sales is all you got to do. That's not difficult. But just a 2% decrease in your price to match your competitors, you need to increase your volume of sales by 11%. Ain't gonna fucking happen, man. It just ain't.
And also think about the type of business you want to run, that you want to have your name attached to.
Well, exactly. But I mean, all that aside, the numbers just do not fucking work out.
No. I just know that some people listening are likely stupid. Oh, well, you still have to drop your price. No.
You don't. Well, the numbers are unarguable. I can show people the fucking calculations if they want. How to do this, and maybe we will. Maybe we'll put it as a download in the next couple of episodes, so people can see it themselves.
Oh, God.
But
most people wouldn't even know how to give them an 11% increase in sales volume, let alone 5%.
Well, no, I mean, It's more than twice as much as you've got to increase the sales volume for by effectively the same price. Because let's face it, a 2% cut is nothing.
Yeah,
So just
it's nothing.
think of that. You effectively got the same price. And you either the choice is, do we increase the sales by 5% or do we increase it by 11%? It doesn't make any sense. Plus, as you said, the fact is with a higher price, you'll get the better buyer, the better experience. It's just, there's just nothing to recommend cutting your prices. So, you know, the message I want to give here to people is, when your competitors are cutting their prices, and when I hear you say, we're in a cutthroat industry, well, like any fight, it takes two people. We're not talking about being attacked. It's not hostile takeover. This is people playing in the play. This is people in the playground playing push me, shove you. Yeah, they are provoking you into a fight, into a price war. This is not an attack where you have to defend yourself. That's different. That's self-defense. This is not self-defense. This is you willingly stepping up to the plate and getting into a slugging match. Yeah, when all you got to lose is your prices and then your entire business and livelihood. Food for thought, eh?
It is food for thought. It is food for thought. Did you mention how you should deal with another way to deal with the decrease in volume, sales volume?
Oh God, yeah.
You did.
No, I didn't. I meant to. Yeah. On top of all that, because we're going to talk about increasing you're increasing your volume of sales. Well, how would you increase your volume of sales? So you triple your budget, 5 times, 10 times your customer service budget, because at the minute you don't really have any. You just do a good job and you're clean and that's it. You don't do the flowers. You don't do the leather bound fucking quote. You don't do the sending off to the.
You don't wash your clothes.
You don't do any of these things. Yeah. But say you triple that budget, so you're now spending a fair bit of money on the customer experience, and you need to increase your sales by 5%. How do you do that? Well, easily. Better marketing, new media, better targeting, you know, more focused campaigns. The number of times I've Googled, say, just recently for my kind of hobby, woodworking in the barn, I might Google, say, drill press, you know, a drill press for making holes, drill press. And what, you know, I'll try and buy locally, because with Brexit, it's just fucking easier now. So, you know, I'll Google buy drill press Ireland, and I end up on and this is Google AdWords, so they're paying money for these. I'll end up on the homepage of hardware stores where there's just a big list of drills, hammers, saws, everything. I should be landing on fucking drill press pages. Well, by the same token, you know, when people are you know, if you're selling painting and decorating and you've got something specific like wallpapering, and people click on your ad, they should land on a page you've got dedicated to your wallpapering service, not general decorating. Yeah, they might look at that later on, but they want to hear about fucking wallpapering. Have it
at the top. Nothing more infuriating when you think you're clicking on something, then you have to go, hang on a minute, am I in the right place?
Yeah, exactly. What's the fuck's it? Broken link or what?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about your website. They just want to get the thing they want.
So you have better marketing, new media, better targeting, more focused campaigns, follow up with, what do you call it? Retargeting. I mean, I don't know. You tell me, you're the expert. How much does a retargeting ad cost, say, for a local builder or a local electrician? And for the watcher or the listener, what that means is somebody, say, clicks on your website, so you want to retarget them, so the next time they go on to, say, Facebook, they are being shown ads on Facebook for your business because they clicked on your website. Or indeed with Google, they've clicked on a Google ad, or they've clicked on your page and they're getting shown ads on Google or by Google for your business because they've clicked on your web page. How much do those ads cost on Facebook, Connor? Local.
It depends on the quality of the audience, but as a rule of thumb, especially for local, you'd be paying £5 roughly for 1,000 people.
And you think, if you're in a local postcode area where you're doing electrical stuff or plumbing, so you're maybe in a city the size of Leicester and you specialise in the more affluent areas, Oadby and Knighton and places, it just make, and bearing in mind, these are people who visited your website. So you're not advertising to the whole of the postcode area. You're advertising to people in those postcode areas who have clicked on your web page. Well, you're probably talking of tens of people. And your conversion rate will be insane, because they may have looked at a page about wallpapering, and all of a sudden they're seeing ads on Facebook saying, hey, my name's Fred, you hit my page, I can do your wallpapering for you. I mean, your conversion rate is going to be insane.